Square. Put it in and see if it says square. Square. What is this one? Square. Put it in and see if it says square.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to PiG versus Guitarcheese, random versus random, best of 9. Casting with me tonight is going to be Draven from Psystorm. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Clyde? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for inviting me. We got some great games, and so I'm super excited to see how these guys play out tonight.
Right. Yeah, we all know StarCraft happens to be the hardest game in the world, and these guys have somehow managed to get Grandmaster with all 3 races, so...
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. That we've seen definitely in Legacy how random has become a little bit more popular with our higher-end GM players, where they want to be like Grandmaster of everything. So super excited when we get these GM versus GM, random versus random style tournaments.
I completely, wholeheartedly agree. I got one more thing I got to do, get that chat pop-up going, and we are good.
And we're waiting for you in game. Just holler when you're ready, and both players are ready to go.
All right, I am also good to go. All right, so we're starting out on Sequencer, and then we're heading to Ascension, followed by Defender, Abyssal, Blood Boil, Odyssey, then Proxima. All 7 maps. The last time this series went, it actually went kind of quick, a pretty quick 5-0 for Guitarcheese, but I think Pig's going to be just a tad bit more prepared this time.
Yeah, we've definitely been seeing a lot more of Pig, especially coming after DreamHack, of him playing and him trying to improve on his random. So we're trying to get the thumbs up from both players, and we'll jump into it. Like you said, we're jumping into the first map of the new pool, or the new season of Sequencer, and it looks like we're ready to go. So we're going to be jumping into it now. I'm kind of excited to see these high-level players playing. Ooh. Sorry, I was trying to type that out. Pig would want to know where the stream is at. Of course, guys, we're streaming on the Psionic Aftermath channel, so make sure you throw that follow, share, host, ping it, Twitter it, all the social media it's, and let everyone know what is going on right now. This awesome show match, this random versus random. Gotta love it.
All right, so it looks like we're ready to go.
All right, we'll have you start off right there on the top right there.
All right, top right-hand corner of Sequencer LE, representing Psionic Aftermath. It's our blue Zerg player, Guitarcheese.
And spawning in the bottom left position, the red Terran player from X5. It is Pig.
Guitarcheese reminded Pig.
Yeah.
What the stream channel is. All right, so TVZ. I actually really like this matchup. It's a lot of fun. I kind of struggle with it a little bit in my play, but it's definitely always fun to watch, especially when banelings get involved and all that kind of stuff. So far, everything looks pretty super standard.
Yeah, and again, we have to always mention that this is random versus random, and the players have agreed in this random versus random to let each other know what the race is at the beginning. So you can't do any kind of sneaky random build. For example, if you are Zerg, do a quick 14 pull, or cannons that, if you do random on ladder, you kind of get away with because the player doesn't know what you are for the first couple minutes. So this is going to prevent any kind of cheesiness. They can still go cheese, obviously, but it would be less of a surprise for the opponent when they know of a potential Zerg attack or a Protoss attack.
Right.
And like I said, standard build so far. Guitarcheese going for the hatch. And then before pool, it's going to get that out just enough time to make sure no Reaper gets in his base.
Yep, so far everything looks super, super normal. And, yeah, hatchery just about to finish up for Guitarcheese. Almost there. Pool's about done, and the Reaper is coming out. So far everything's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary. Factory has started for PiG along with his low ground command center. And, yeah, so we'll have to see where it goes from here. The Reaper's going to go ahead and head out and try to get some sort of scouting information. It's not going to find anything cheeky going on.
Yeah, surprisingly, I should say surprising. The normal thing, the thing I've seen as of late that Terrans have been doing on these 1v1 spawns is get that Reaper out, but then they're going to get this Reactor. Reactor's going to finish up, they're going to swap it out with that Factory and start pushing out either Cyclones or Hellions. Since he is playing against Zerg, my assumption is he's going to be trying to go after those Hellions. So we'll see what kind of play that PiG decides to do with the Guitarcheese. No secret to that Terran build. Runs in, almost gets a snipe on that drone, but Guitarcheese control. Yeah,
it's very, very well controlled by Guitarcheese, and that Reaper does get out with 0 kills. Got a couple of follows already. Thank you for the follow, Whiska Tuner and EPX. We really, really appreciate it. So thank you guys both very much. And just as Draven said, here come the Hellions. They are on their way out.
And we'll see if PiG decides to go for a super annoying build that Terran love to do. Is once they get the Hellions out, they get a couple, they'll get an armory out, and then start turning these Hellions into those Hellbats and really push on forward. But good control up there at the top. We just barely missed it from PiG. Actually dancing around with a Zergling and sniping a couple, and that's forcing Guitarcheese to delay that third base really long.
All right, man, the follows are rolling in. He is going to go ahead and put down that third base. A couple Hellions going to go ahead and join up, maybe try to get a couple drone kills. But again, thank you, Nervous Chicken, very much for the follow. And the second one, I think, was CDT Behemoth. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Right now, these Hellions are just going to try to be as annoying as possible, do a little bit of damage to this hatchery while it's morphing in. Guitarcheese does have some queens come over, and they are going to be able to shoo that away. But so far, pretty normal out of both players.
Yeah, that hatchery's going to come out. It's going to be bleeding just a little bit. The plus side of Zerg, which is the opposite of Terran buildings, is that the lower health, their HP regenerates. So this hatchery's going to come out. It will be bleeding, but it doesn't bleed out like a Terran building flames out or burns out or whatever the term is. So that hatchery is going to be quite a little bit damage done to it. A couple of these queens are kind of by themselves. These Hellions will have no problem dealing with these queens. And Speedlings are now out, but that's a lot of Hellions to deal with.
Yeah, I haven't caught it, but there's no armory, right? So these are just going to be Hellions. Also, we just got another follow.
Bottom left, actually, of PiG's base. There's an armory. So they do turn into Hellbats. A medevac is here to support this. And Guitarcheese's third base is under attack. There's a lot of queens here to deal with this, but it's not going to be enough. Not to mention that there's a medevac there. And there's nothing here.
There's no Banes. There's a lot of Lings, but Lings don't do too good. There is a run-by happening at the natural PiG, and there's nothing here to defend, so he's going to get quite a few worker kills here. But, man, that's a lot of Hellbats with medevac support. There's no Banes. That's a lot of queens, and there are transfuses up, so he may be able to hold this, but he is going to take some damage.
Yeah,
actually, wow, really well held.
Stopped. There's a Liberator at PiG's base, but there's a lot of queens here for Guitarcheese. A lot of damage has been done. But he's also lost all of his Hellbats. The medevac wisely pushes on forward A couple queens have dropped, but Guitarcheese has not been able to mine out of that third base, and that's still, like I said, bleeding. About 600 HP.
Yeah, but the Lings are moving across the map right now. I'm not sure what Pig has at home. I don't think much. Fourth base is going to get started up, and Guitarcheese still has the worker advantage, so that was very well done by him. Those 4 Hellions are going to turn into Hellbats to be able to take care of the Lings, so the Lings just went ahead and went right on home. That was almost an instant saturation on that third base as well.
Yeah, he was definitely making drones, but instead of, smartly, not too sure if that's a correct word to use, he was building them at his natural. And so as soon as that third base was clear of the Hellions, he was able to send those drones that are already built. So behind that attack, he was just making drones. So that was good play from Guitarcheese, knowing that he could hold it, didn't have to over-defend, send a couple queens, lost a couple, but he had enough drone counts to deal with it.
Yep, that's true, and it looks like Guitarcheese is going to have a few seconds of a 1-1 upgrade advantage. Stim is about to finish here in the next 15 seconds or so, but 1-1 is quite a bit later for Guitarcheese, so we'll have to see or quite a bit earlier for Guitarcheese, so we'll have to see if he wants to try to push that advantage.
Yeah, and interesting enough, if you want to look at the bottom right, Pig is taking that third base, but he's not keeping it within his natural sieged area. I mean, as we see, he's got that third base to the north that he could take, that has the wall, that has all the landscape that would help him defend. Instead, he's taking the third base that's wide open. There's no natural walls. There's really nothing here. So it's a little bit more risky to take such an aggressive base, especially since he's getting a lot of Ling run-bys. We do see, though, Pig running with the Hellions, getting 7 worker kills. Not too shabby, losing all of them to the Lings, but worker kills, not too bad.
Yeah, 7 worker kills is definitely worth it. I think that was 4 Hellions there, so he probably could have gotten a little bit more out of them. Oh, 9 worker kills total now. But either way, still worth it for Pig. And it looks like we got a small force for Guitarcheese moving out, trying to do some kind of run-by, maybe.
Yeah, at this point, Pig, in my opinion, needs to kind of put on the pressure just a little bit more, needs to do a little bit more with these run-bys. It's great that he's doing the damage that he's doing, but what's going to happen is Guitarcheese is going to stay on these 4 bases, possibly might take a 5th base, but he's getting tier 2 upgrades now for his Lings. With that armor upgrade, it's just going to be super strong against the Bile army that looks like Pig is going for. We do see a couple Widow Mines in here, but there's only 2 Hellbats and a lot of Marines with this army that's moving out, and unfortunately for Guitarcheese, he has no idea it's coming just yet.
Yeah, his creep spread is really good, but and Bailing speed's not finished, but it's really not that far away. So right now, we all know Widow Mines can be equalizers, but as soon as Bane speed gets done, it's going to be awful hard for Pig to get a lot of damage done on creep. So he's definitely going to have to clear the creep up before he pushes in. Spire is also down for Guitarcheese, so it looks like he is going to play that Ling Bane-esque style with Mutalist support.
Bane's come in, they're fighting on creep. Unfortunately for Pig, did not get the spread on those Marines, and a lot of the Widow Mines did a decent amount of damage, but more damage to himself than to Guitarcheese. Guitarcheese clears out that attack. Bailing speed has finished up the melee.
Oh, Rumbai just made into the main.
For?
Guitarcheese. It's in Pig's main.
There we go. And these Lings are clearing up that mineral line, and it's going to start disrupting the production side. There we go. A couple more Marines get dropped. But 8 workers killed. And now more Lings coming onto the north side of Pig's army. The Marauders are here trying to deal with it. Not enough splits there. Medevac's doing everything they can to support this army, but a lot of Lings make it through. And now Pig has to be on a huge defense right now. A huge attack coming in from the east side on that third base. It was saying that third base is super exposed.
Third base, yep.
And
this is going to
really
hurt.
Not much he's going to be able to do for him. He's got a small Bile army. He's going to try to help deal with it.
Yeah, 5 more workers are going down, and really, there weren't too many Lings lost, and Ultralists are on the way along with Adrenal Glands and Chitinous Plating. So, Pig is most definitely on a timer. Once those Ultras come out with a Marine-heavy comp, especially with Chitinous Plating and Adrenal Glands, it's going to be really hard for him to defend whatever Guitarcheese can throw at him. And the 4 Corruptors on top of it just to shoo away drops and help out with medevacs. Guitarcheese is a great position.
This is 4th base. Guitarcheese going to his 5th base, and Pig has a decent upgrade. There are even in terms of upgrades, they both have the assault and armor upgrades. Differences, like you're saying, is the corruptors are going to be with this to push away all the medevacs. Not to mention the ultralists are going to start popping out, and the chitinous plating on top of that ultralist are just going to be super strong with these banes. So Pig really needs some good splits and needs a larger army, in my opinion, to help deal with this. But we'll see what exactly he's going to do. We have a small drop on the east side of Guitarcheese base, or excuse me, west side, but it's completely scouted, so Guitarcheese is going to be there.
Yeah, right now I feel like Pig has to buy some kind of time. The drop is scouted, but he needs to continue to be as annoying as possible with the drops to try and keep Guitarcheese on his side of the map, just to avoid, buy him some time, get that army compound. He only has 51 workers to 71, so he's not going to be able to produce. I know he has mules, but he's still not going to be able to produce quite as much as Guitarcheese is. And I mean, right now this game is in Guitarcheese's hands. He's in a very, very good position.
Yep. Widowmine's going off, hitting more Marines than Zergling. Zergling's getting the surround on top of Pig's army. GG gets called, and Guitarcheese wins with a great control of the map. It's a huge map, and generally it's not in favor of Zerg, just because of how quick Terrans can move around and get those drops going and stuff like that. So, good job from Guitarcheese. Both players, like we said, going random, and Guitarcheese getting the upper hand with that deserved victory.
Yeah, absolutely well played out of Guitarcheese, and well played out of Pig too. It's just that initial Hellion attack, he put a lot in, or a Hellbat attack, sorry. He put a lot into that and didn't really get a lot of damage. So once that was shut down as well as it was, I feel like Pig was kind of playing from behind from the beginning and kind of playing catch up. I'd like to see him be a little bit more annoying with the drops and try to try to batter or stress Guitarcheese's APM, and that may have helped him out a lot. But we'll have to see what happens in game 2, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see with the spawning from both players in terms of positioning and, of course, their race. And like we said before, this is a kind of rival show match between Guitarcheese and Pig. We've seen it happen before, and last time this happened, Guitarcheese took down Pig 5-0 in a best of 9. And so we'll see if Pig will be able to get a game off of him, or at least get some kind of upper hand this time around.
I mean, I'm hoping Pig wins this time so we can have a tiebreaker. Just saying.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's like the Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz fight. We need that.
We need the third.
3.
We need the third.
We need the third better than we need the the Mayweather one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. As long as Insane Guy doesn't go all Dana White, the third one's not happening. You're done fighting each other. It's over. But it's all good. All right, we finally got Pig into the game. It's a little bit of a fail in the first one. So as soon as everybody ready's up, we're good to go. And the countdown has begun. Ascension to Ira. I actually really like this map.
Yeah, there's nothing really I would change too much about it. I'm enjoying these new. We saw it with Honor Grounds. I refer to these maps as the new temple maps because in Brood Wars, the theme when you go to map editor was temple or forest, and so the mountain, like the cliffs have that temple ruins feel and all that. So I really enjoy the quote unquote temple style stuff. So I'm super excited to get this map going. All right, so give your boy the introduction there.
All right, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Ascension to Ire, representing Psionic Aftermath. It's our blue Protoss player. It's Guitarcheese, currently up 1 in the series.
And spawning in the top left position, also rocking that random Protoss from Team Exile, it is Pig.
All right, so PvP.
Two things are going to happen. Either they're going to have a very similar build, or Guitarcheese is going to have a very slick build and just going to beat out Pig just really quickly. And by similar build, I mean Gateway's going to start at the same time, Gas is going to start at the same time, Adept is going to start at the same time,
right.
And once you get to Tier 2 is when they're going to split it up. Is kind of my theory behind it. But already we see a build difference. We see Pig 2 Gateways now, but it's just a little bit behind Guitarcheese. So I think Guitarcheese is going to pull out the faster build in this sense.
Yeah, and I mean, I know both players prefer macro-style games, so I would expect to see a pretty mirrored build for quite some time. PvP is pretty locked up in the early game unless you're going for some kind of early pressure or something like that. We'll have to see what happens when the Cybernetics course finishes, whether they go for the Stalkers or the Adepts first. That's pretty much a telltale whether they want to be aggressive or be defensive. I'm pretty sure that's basically how it goes in PvP at this point.
Right, and it's we've seen PvP from time and time again. Both players, if they go similar builds, one just gets outplayed or out-macroed. And so we'll see exactly what happens. Cybernetics core finishing up basically at the same time for both players. And there's the difference. 2 Stalkers coming out for PiG, 2 Adepts coming out for Guitarcheese.
So it looks like Guitarcheese is going to send us across the map, get aggressive, try to get a couple pro kills. And his Stalkers will start up after those 2 Adepts finish up. That's what should happen.
Yeah, the Stalkers should be plenty out on the field in time. The only difference is Adepts shade faster than shade faster than the Stalkers. So the Stalkers kind of have the same problem that Marines have when it comes to Adepts. They're definitely stronger where they can take them out. However, the shade moves faster, so you could kind of bounce them around the map, possibly get a couple probe kills.
Yeah,
unless PiG sends the Stalkers out and they're going to be so far away they're not going to be able to defend, which looks like he's about to happen.
Yeah, he's just exercising his due diligence, checking for proxies, and he's looking to see if he can actually find these 2 Adepts, which he does. So he's going to go ahead and bring his Stalkers home pretty quickly. The earlier scout was for PiG. His Mothership core is out. There's going to be a couple probes that do go down here. Oh, wait, never mind. Overcharge. That's a win.
Yeah, great job from PiG. He sacrifices that overcharge, which is fine. He'll get enough energy back to not have to worry about it. But we do see this PiG in the top right corner. He has his probe. I don't know if he just misclicked that probe there, or if he's going to be cheeky and put a Stargate or possibly DTs up in that top right. But we'll see. Or he's just left it up there. Now he's just going to scout again.
Yeah. Yep, left it out on the map to get another scout. He is going to be met with 3 Stalkers at the front. Oh, never mind, they're moving. He's going to go ahead and get a scout off, which is good. He does need one. Robo is down for PiG. Is the Robo gone down for Guitarcheese yet?
Yes,
nope, just now. All right, and
we
the
do
Twilight
see a Twilight Counter for Guitarcheese from that.
Yep, so that's good. We'll have to see what upgrade he chooses, whether it's going to be Blink or Glaze. I hope they go Disruptors, man. I really like Disruptors.
Right?
Oh, he almost got that
awesome
sentry. Almost got that sentry and baited out the overcharge, man. Those sentries are super expensive. That would have been pretty bad, actually.
And we do see Blink coming out from Guitarcheese at Twilight Council as well. Started for PiG, but just slightly behind. We do see War Prism coming out. And so it looks like it might be this Stalker harassment, possibly throwing some Adepts down. We'll see what that upgrade coming out of that Twilight Counter is going to be here for PiG. Oh, and Blink
also
as well,
Blink,
so
yeah.
Both going Blink.
Alright, some pretty super standard. Guitarcheese is opting for the Observer before the Warp Prism, which is not a big deal. He's just trying to get some presence out on the map, get some scouting done, and really see what's going on. The Observer has started up for PiG. I would look for the Warp Prism to come out of Guitarcheese very shortly as well. +1 quite a bit earlier for Guitarcheese as well.
We got 2 Adepts in that War Prism. We'll see what kind of damage he's going to be able to do. Observers are on the map here for Guitarcheese. I guess he was kind of worried possibly of those possible DT harassments. Looks like it's just going to be Stalker v Stalker here at the moment.
Yep, and an Immortal on the way out for PiG. Still no Warp Prism or Immortal out for Guitarcheese at this current point in time, I don't believe. Nope. Good overcharge. Going to go ahead and take out those 2 Adepts really quickly. And a couple more Stalkers and another Immortal on the way for PiG. Looks like Guitarcheese may be wanting to head out and put on some kind of aggression. Hallucinated Phoenix is going to spot this right away, though.
And PiG has to do some kind of... he needs to hold this, and I don't know if he's going to be able to. Both players have Blink, or at least Guitarcheese has Blink at the moment. He blinks on forward, snipes, tries to snipe. One of the sentries does not get it. Force fields out the army. picking off a little bit more of the Stalkers. Photon Overcharge pushes back this army here from Guitarcheese.
So yeah, definitely well played.
Blink.
Yeah, that was well played. Shaving off those couple of Stalkers actually was a good idea as well with those force fields. Those force fields were well placed, and that Immortal is going to be the difference maker here. And he's going to snipe the Observer too. More Immortals coming out for Pig. Glaives on the way for Guitarcheese. And he's still just pumping out Observers for the time being. He is adding on 4 gates, though. And there's the robotic support bay out of Pig. Alright, so right now it's anybody's game. A small worker advantage for Pig. It's only 5 workers, so it's not going to be a massive deal. His third is going to be quite a bit earlier than Guitarcheese's. Oh, he sniped that Prism.
Stalkers blink forward from Guitarcheese. Now Stalkers from Pig blink forward. And that will kind of split the army. Pig's army's in a great position to attack Guitarcheese, and Guitarcheese in a great position to attack Pig. So see who... It's like playing a big game of chicken right now. Who's going to move back to defend their base first?
Well, it's just 1 Immortal and a few Adepts and some Photon Overcharges right here for Guitarcheese. And he's going to immediately snipe that Mothership Core, and there's only 1 Overcharge going to go off for Pig. But he is pretty much shredding that army, and if it turns into like some kind of weird base race, actually, a couple of Immortals and Stalkers at home for Guitarcheese, I think he's going to be able to hold just fine there. And it's actually going to hurt if Pig loses this third, which it looks like he's not going to be able to save it. Yep, and there goes Pig heading on home.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, he didn't really push more on top of Guitarchee's second base. I mean, Pig was on 3 bases and did have the advantage, but did get his Mothership Core sniped, his Nexus sniped, as we were mentioning. But now Pig is pushing or trying to push out the rest of Guitarchee's army, and he may go for a counterattack from this. More blink on top of this army. Stalker just there we go. Last blink should get this at all. Is he going to save it? Oh, yeah,
yep.
Saves the one.
Yeah, Stalker's going to make it.
Stalker.
I don't know if you saw it, but right there at the end, and there come Disruptors, but right there at the end of that aggression, Guitarcheese did use an offensive blink to pick off an extra Stalker too, so Pig definitely took the worst end of that trade. But his third is going up now, and Guitarcheese's force looks strong, but if that third comes up and Guitarcheese doesn't put his down, that's going to throw Pig into quite a big advantage.
First sentry gets actually taken down. Force field partial the army, but there's only 1 sentry left here for Guitarcheese. He's got 4 Immortals, though, to deal with only a Pig's 3. Not to mention that Guitarcheese is going to have that +2 weapons damage. So he's definitely going to have a very strong army here if you get the correct engagements. Adept's going to shade right on top of this army. We'll see if he goes jump on top of it or is just doing it for scout.
Yeah, right now this is pretty much just Protoss chicken. Do we engage yet? Do we not engage yet? I would like to see Pig bring his Disruptors up, because those, just like Widow Mines or Banelings or anything else, can be an equalizer because they do a massive amount of splash damage all at one time. So if you get a good hit off with a Disruptor, then, you know, it'll change the course of a fight very, very quickly.
Shot coming in, right, landing, hits the Immortal, gets rid of about half of it. Second Disruptor shot coming in, landing on top of those Stalkers.
Got
but it's
quite
not
a bit of
enough.
Stalkers. There's a lot out of Guitarcheese here. This is too much.
Yep. Photon Overcharge does go off. 2 of them right there on that north part. And, damn, Guitarcheese is pushing forward, does not care about those Photon Overcharges. Aggressive blinks forward on top of the pylon, gets rid of both pylons.
The boys have been pulled.
And Pig doing everything he can. Those Disruptor shots are great, but this army is +2 in weapons damage, so they're just destroying those Immortals. And I just don't think Pig is going to be able to hold this. He's going to lose his third base yet again. But at the same time, Guitarcheese has been doing this only on 2 bases. He hasn't even decided to go for a third base yet.
Yeah, and he's got to be getting pretty close to mining out on those 2 bases. So if by some miracle Pig can hold this and save his second base, which I'm not sure is going to be able to happen, he would be in a decent position, and there's just too much here for Guitarcheese. 34 probes have gone down. He's on 18 workers, and there's the GG. Well played out of Pig. Well played, Guitarcheese.
Yeah, super aggressive Protoss play there. The upgrades definitely pulled out for Guitarcheese in the end, and those Immortals just destroyed, just beyond destroyed.
Yeah, and he stayed super confidently on 2 base, even though Pig was going for a third. I guess when you have the ability to snipe it and he's not able to mine from it for too long, it really doesn't matter too much. And the fact that that was an investment that he didn't get a return on twice. So, it happens.
Yep, we're going to get this third game going in this best of 9. Just trying to get the players. Game. Game. There we go.
Alright, so we are moving into Defender's Landing. I have a 100% win rate on this map, so I really like this map too.
100% of 1 win.
This map is super memey. Nah, and I've played on it, I don't have a lot of games played this season. PUBG's been pulling me away, but I think I have 6 games played on this map with a 100% win rate, which is okay.
Nice. Yeah, I've been trying to play a little bit more this season. I'm at 30-something odd games played, but I'm doing so terribly this season. I don't know if I just don't play. It's because I don't play every day. Or I don't play in length per day. But yesterday I went 0-7. It was a bad day.
I think it's just because it's StarCraft. It happens.
Yeah, and it's 5 of the 7 games were Zerg, and all 5 of the Zerg went cheese, and it's just.
Auxiliary mining units
It is StarCraft.
Oh, thanks for the donation, Jedi Zealot. $5. Much
Thank you,
appreciated.
holla.
That's right. We can we here at Psionic Aftermath, we use any donations we get put back into the community to be able to throw show matches like this at you guys. Good StarCraft content, and it's always nice to receive a donation. It's very appreciated. Anyway, into the game, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Defender's Landing LE. It's our blue Protoss player yet again, Guitarcheese. Currently up 2-0.
Spawning in the bottom left, it is the red Protoss player. It is PiG.
Alright, so Pig gets a chance to redeem himself in PvP here. Another mirror matchup. Let's see if anything different goes on.
Yeah, and this is a very small map, so I would expect super aggression on both players. It doesn't look like a small map in terms of where all the bases are at, but the pathway is very small.
Oh yeah, very short rest distance.
You can send slow lings and still get to your main base within 30 seconds. It's just a small pathway map, but there's a lot of bases. For how small this map is, there's I think 8 bases per player. That's insane.
A lot of minerals and not a lot of area to go. And it's really, up next to the bases, it's kind of choky unless you come in on, the other side of the natural. But other than that, it's pretty well open. So there's a lot of good places for engagements. I really like this map. Looks like the Cyber Core is quite a bit early. Oh, nope. There it goes. For PiG. Maybe Guitarcheese a little off-kilter on his build this time?
He's a little bit slower than normal, but at the same time, he's probably pretty confident, too, in this.
Yeah.
Best of 9, he's up 2. He's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, I would say, especially after taking the last one 5-0 and being up 2-0 in this one. Either way, again, the earlier scout out of PiG, I guess he's just going to go ahead and check and see if anything cheeky's going on, which there really isn't at this point. Still pretty mirrored on the builds. Both players opting for Adepts this time. Thank you for the follow, Jameeth2000. I hope I said that right. Either way, it's very much appreciated, and we're glad to have you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching the stream. Alright, so both players should have Adepts coming out here very shortly. And they're both going to go ahead and send them on out across the map. They're going to meet each other in the middle.
PiG went in a different direction. I wonder if he's trying to ignore those 2 Adepts and just trying to sneak in, get a couple probe kills.
Yeah, and he also went Stargate, and Guitarcheese opted for that earlier expansion. PiG's Mothership Core is out, so he's not going to take damage from these Adepts. Just like Guitarcheese most likely won't. because of that overcharge. He might get one probe maybe first time. Nope. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Another Adept is out for PiG, and the Mothership Core is going to be here to defend as well. That Stargate is almost finished up, and I do not think that PiG saw it, or Guitarcheese saw it.
Nope, he actually sent his Shade the opposite way. And I don't know if he meant to send his real units with the Shade, but he sent both the Shade and his real units in the same direction. I actually completely missed the Stargate. What he was able to see was the 2 gateways. And of course, he saw the Cybernetics core, or the Mothership core, so he knows the Cybernetics core. Here comes that.
Oh, he's checking now.
There he goes. He actually gets it, and they stopped attacking him.
Yep. So he does get the full scout off. He does know it's there now. He does know it's chrono boosted. My game heart's glitched out, so I can't see what's being produced. But I do know something's on the way. Most likely an Oracle, maybe. I'm not sure.
Nothing's being built on that Stargate yet.
Oh, really?
Yep.
It showed a progress bar, but didn't show anything else. That was weird.
Well, I mean, it's a progress bar. He's supply capped, but it's a void ray. But he's supply capped.
Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense.
But there's 3 adepts in the top for PiG, and he's going after the probe, but just kind of delaying that mining time. But behind this, Guitarcheese just decides to go Stalkers to deal with any kind of anti-air that might be coming, or to deal with any kind of air that might be coming.
Yeah, he's going to get 5 workers for his troubles, which is decent. And there's some kind of proxy up there in the top right-hand corner. It looks like it's just a pylon for now, but could be looking to add on. We'll have to see what he decides to do with that. Another Stargate is on the way, and Void Ray still being produced. These 4 Stalkers are going to go ahead and try to push in here, get some kind of damage done. And Guitarcheese, or PiG, is going to have to reveal this Void Ray a little bit earlier than anticipated.
Carrier has arrived.
And more Stalkers coming out for Guitarcheese. Looks like instead of waiting for an attack, he's going to be pushing on the aggression with any anti-air that he can. He's going to get Blink here, which is going to be super hard for the Void Ray to deal with. Because these Blink Stalkers could actually jump up onto the map and jump away from the
he's going to get the Mothership Core.
Overcharge.
Oh, almost. Very, very close. Real quick, before this engagement happens, an old friend of mine just followed, K2K Star. Welcome, and thank you for the follow. Very, very glad to have you, and thanks for hanging out watching StarCraft with us tonight, buddy. Alright, so more Stalkers moving across the map. There's only a couple Void Rays here, and he is going to run out of overcharges here shortly, so this aggression is going to get very real very fast for PiG.
Yeah, and like you're saying, no more pylon overcharges. He's got to wait about another 45 seconds. Tries to force field out. A couple Stalkers gets him. These Stalkers kind of poke at the sentries, poke at the voids, but doesn't get enough damage. But here they come again. They're going to go after the pylons. I don't think they realize there's not a pylon overcharges left. Mothership Core gets focused down. One Void Ray is about to drop. A couple more hits. Probes get pulled.
Boys have been pulled. And really, really good Blink Micro out of Guitarcheese, man. He's just playing his little heart out, doing really well. 4 workers do go down in that engagement, but there's still plenty of Stalkers left and only 3 Void Rays.
Carrier has arrived.
Man, we were getting follow after follow after follow. I'm loving it.
That's awesome. I wonder if PiG threw you guys a shout or a host or something.
He must have.
That's awesome. So Guitarcheese pushes on forward. He's got a lot of blink. He's got great blink control. But there he goes. He's running around a little bit here. And it looks like he's going to stop the aggression now. Great hold there from PiG.
Absolutely, 100%. I'm going to go through these follows real quick. Night Owl 66 and Longfellow 80. Very much appreciated. Thanks for hanging out with us yet again tonight. So yeah, the longer Guitarcheese waits, the more Void Rays PiG has, and with that prismatic alignment, man, Stalkers just get chewed up. We all know Guitarcheese has good Blink Micro, and these 5 or 6 Stalkers going to go ahead and push into the natural, try to get a few workers for their trouble. Overcharge is going to go down, and the Mothership Core is going to get sniped. So there's really not too much of an answer for these. But there's aggression at home for PiG. These Void Rays haven't aligned yet, but I would expect that to happen very, very shortly. There it is. And all those Stalkers are going to get chewed up very, very, very quickly now. The boys have been pulled. GG out of Guitarcheese. And it's going to be 2-1. PiG is on the board. Well played, PiG.
out of what was that? It was third game plus 7, 5. That's 8. Out of 8 games, Pig takes one.
Yeah, yeah, that is the
Very
truth.
nice.
But I'm glad to see it happen. Very, very well played out of Pig. Good job, man. 100%. I like that push. That was a very good idea on the counter aggression there.
Yeah, it was awesome for him to decide to go for that. To go for Voyage, which he hasn't done all game. Instead of trying to trade off with the Blink Stalkers, he decided to trade it with Voyage, and this time it definitely paid off for him in the end.
Oh yeah,
by doing
absolutely.
so.
And I mean, prismatic alignment is just so good. It really, really, really ups the damage against those stalkers. Abyssal.
Give me 1 second.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. While he's doing what he has to do, I just want to thank everybody for following. I think we've gotten like 10 so far tonight, and it's just that's very, very good. Psionic Aftermath loves hosting these show matches and providing quality content. We stream probably 4 to 5 days a week, whether it's just clan wars, show matches like this, in-house tournaments, out-of-house tournaments. We're always, always, always here. So if you enjoy this, you enjoy the stream, and you haven't yet, click the follow button, come back and see us again. We would absolutely love to have you. And, I mean, K2K Star just followed us, and I'm a total fanboy of K2. He's actually really cool. He's a really cool guy. Great Zerg. Also a member of Psystorm. So, looks like we're just waiting on Pig to get into game. We're going to be moving onto Abyssal Reef, which is the bane of my existence. I know it's a great map for a lot of other people, but I just hate it.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Yeah, it's all good, man. We got time.
Yep.
We got time.
Yep.
Both players in, randomed up, and I think they're ready to go. I didn't ask them yet.
I know Guitarcheese said he needed a couple minutes, so I think he invited.
Okay. Guitarcheese said, "Did you skip Oracle or did something happen to it?" He skipped it, buddy.
Carrier
He skipped it. Bro Mancini, thanks again for the follow, man. They're rolling in. I love it. It's great. He said the most epic supply block of all time. He was supply block for like 30 seconds. That was a very, very long supply block because he chronoed that Stargate immediately, and it was quite a while before he was able to push out any Void Rays. What's up, I Like Sonic? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Welcome to the chat. Anyway, let's check out what's going on with chat. Pretty much just the Cyrix guys talking to everybody.
K-Star is joining up in chat. He's one of the guys over here that streams for us, and good guy. He kind of did AFK for about a month and kind of is regrouping. He got his Twitch affiliated.
Yep, and he
is awesome.
Got his house fixed up and stuff like that. I saw his vlog.
Yep.
I'm a follower of K2. I'm a member of his
Yep.
Discord. I love K2, man. He's great. He's great. He's a good streamer, and that laugh will infect you for the rest of your life. Either way, so, alright, we're ready to go. Go out of both players, and a let's roll out of Draven. The countdown has begun. Alrighty. Abyssal Reef. Do you like this map?
No, this map sucks.
Me neither. We're on the same page.
What I like about this map, and I'll point it out to you once we get the player introductions. I like two things about this map, but I'll point it out once we get the player introductions going. So let's get the names up. Guitarcheese is up, or Pig is 1, Guitarcheese is 2.
Yep.
Alright,
And
let's have you do the intro.
spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, LE representing Psionic Aftermath, currently up 2-1 in the series. It's our blue Protoss player yet again, Guitarcheese. Man, he's rolling with the Protoss love tonight.
And spawning in the top left, the red Terran player from Exile Gaming. It is our lovely shaped head Pig. Alright, so two things I like about this map. One, if you played World of Warcraft, it reminds me of the Cataclysm expansion where you got to play the underwater level.
Yeah, man, vast year did I play World of Warcraft.
Vast year, right. And if you look in the bottom left of the map, far bottom left, if you look up just right where the cliff starts.
Oh, there it is, yep.
The dead bodies.
Yep, all over the
body
place.
bags. But, I mean, it's, someone argued saying it's the debris from the wrecked transporting unit that's up there on the top of the reef, but I still like to say the dead bodies.
I mean, they're there. They're 100% there. I think Pig's head looks good shaved, by the way.
What was funny was that when I was watching his stream do it when he was doing it the night before DreamHack, or a couple nights before DreamHack, and they did the top half but left the long half.
That's hilarious.
Like, it instantly made him look 50.
It
And
was
then when they
wonderful.
finished it off, and I was like, oh, he looks like a pretty, cool dude with the shaved head. I enjoyed it, but I don't think he's a fan of it.
I don't think it looks bad. He said he's going to lose his hair eventually, so he's going to go ahead and grow it out and enjoy the hair while he has it. Anyway,
Yep.
Reaper about to finish up for Pig. We should probably go ahead and commentate the game instead of talking about Pig's hair.
It's PvT. Nothing's gonna happen for the first 10 minutes, anyways.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. This Reaper's going to come out.
It's not like Zerg versus Zerg, where one player is dead by the first minute. This is gonna be a while. It's gonna be 45 minutes, and it's gonna be mech versus carriers, and
turtlemech.
Yeah, sentry towers everywhere. Velo somewhere in chat.
Mass Raven, yeah. 100%. Oh boy. I think Guitarcheese. Another follow. I like Sonic too. Thank you. Welcome. It's great to have you here. And we definitely appreciate the follow. One Adept going to go out and try to get some sort of a scout, maybe? Or no, he's probably going to go try and fend off that Reaper. If the Reaper should decide to go and jump back in. Which it doesn't look like he's currently going to do it. Starport on the way and Twilight Council on the way for our respective players. So.
And robotic facility, like your mentioned, we'll see if it's going to be Immortals or if an Observer is going to come out. Guitarcheese loves his Observers, so I'm pretty positive that it's going to be Observer coming out. But it looks like Pig is going to go for the Widowmine drop with like a medevac, couple Marines, and a Widowmine, which if he's able to get out on the map, it'll be really hard for Guitarcheese to defend against that because he's not going to have any detection. But we'll see exactly how quickly he's going to get that medevac out, how quickly he's going to be able to do it. But the Widowmine's walking across the map here.
I mean, yeah, and that Reaper did poke in for a scout. He does bait out the overcharge, which there should still be another one left on the mothership core. But we all know if Widowmines get into the right position, they delete mineral lines instantaneously if they go unscouted. Right now, it just looks like he's going to hold out across the map, try to get a little bit of map vision with that one Widowmine there. And he's got another group queued up, ready for that drop that you were talking about.
The Observer is out here for Guitarcheese. Depending on positioning, and depending on Guitarcheese's reaction to this, he may do some decent amount of damage. The Observer is going to be floating all the way across the map. And he's actually just going to go straight across, and he's going to float right over that Widowmine, and he's actually going to miss the medevac. Oh, he's barely going to miss the medevac. He barely missed the medevac there.
Yep, he does see that Widowmine there in the middle of the map. That's not really a big tell-all, but the mothership core is, on patrol right there and ready. He is going to drop a little bit further back, which is going to help snipe a probe on the way. And that Widowmine's going to burrow there and try to alleviate reinforcements coming in from the natural. And one Widowmine did get two probes down at the bottom there, moved on in. And looks like it's going to go ahead and get cleaned up for Guitarcheese. A little bit of damage, not quite the best trade for Pig, but any harassment is good harassment.
Right, I mean, it just, 3 probe kills, forces a piling overcharge out, no big deal. But Guitarcheese, recognizing what just happened with the Widowmine, decides to go for another Observer. She's got 2 Observers on the map. And here's a Liberator in the back. Personally, I would have pushed just a little bit forward, but he's going to get about 3 probe kills. I mean, not too bad. I mean, he's trading decently.
Yep.
7 workers killed so far.
And he's going to delay that mining time for quite some time while these stalkers come in and get it. And he does get a stalker as well. So that's actually a pretty good trade. Stalker and 3 workers for a Liberator is pretty decent. Third on the way for Guitarcheese. And not yet for Pig. I'm sure it will be coming fairly shortly.
It's building right next to that starport. Though Guitarcheese has that Observer floating right above Pig's army, just outside the range of that missile turret. Great positioning that we saw there from Guitarcheese. Not too sure if you even noticed that there's a turret like literally two pixels away.
Yeah.
But this Observer is seeing the tank, the Marauders, the Marines, sees everything.
Alrighty, and it looks like Guitarcheese is going to come out and try to maybe push a little bit of aggression here himself. Just a few Stalkers, Blink Stalkers. He's going to blink forward to get a couple SCVs and turn right back around when he sees that Bioforce out there. Because we all know what just 1 or 2 Marauders and a tank added to a Terran comp will do to Stalkers. It tear them up pretty good, so... Concussive shells on the way as well, so it looks like he's going to be sticking with that Marauder base comp, along with Marines and tanks, which does do really well.
Yeah, and I guess Guitarcheese still has that observer there, and again, he sees the tank, sees the Widowmine's placement, sees the supply depots blocking the natural ramp, and he's just like, this is like the perfect positioning for that observer. And sees the medevac that's loaded in units. I mean, he's going to know this is coming and going to be able to react to it accordingly. So a great position on that observer from Guitarcheese.
Yeah, and it's not moving, so you don't really see the blur. He's just got it on hold position, so it could sit there literally the entire game unless a scan goes out or a Raven comes by, and it's just going to hang out and give Guitarcheese vision of absolutely everything. Still good unit positioning out of PiG. The way he's set up, he's going to be able to defend his natural and his third quite easily. This push here from Guitarcheese really shouldn't do too much. And this drop is so far unseen except for when it loaded up in the main. 2 more SCVs going down, and we'll have to see if he goes ahead and sends this drop into the third.
Yeah, at the timing that he had it, PiG would have landed in the third of Guitarcheese right before this cannon finished. However, now that the cannon is finished, I don't think that the damage is going to be done that. Like, he's going to get that much damage done unless he gets down the pylon first on powers as the cannon. But we'll see. But he's just kind of hanging out that. He's kind of hanging out his army there. I don't know if he's waiting for the upgrades to finish. We do see the armor finishes up in the next 40 seconds. But we do see the Psionic Storm starting to research.
Yep, I was just about to say that, man.
Guitarcheese. Psionic Storm from Psionic Aftermath.
And Psystorm is just a good spell. It melts everything. It's
right.
broken my Zerg heart many times. many times. Especially since you can really abuse Psystorm really well in this map, depending on where bases are taken and stuff. You can harass them from the back with High Templar, and it just... your feelings will be hurt. Anyway, these Stalkers getting caught out and getting chewed up by these Marauders. That was a really good trade.
That was a misclick or what exactly happened with that, but Guitarcheese looks like he just decided to walk towards the opposite way and lost a lot of Stalkers. A good warping coming in, a scan going off, seeing the High Templars. But again, the Psionic Storm is not done yet. It's got about another 20 seconds. So this is the time that PiG needs to push on forward. He knows that the Templars are there, but now he's worried about the storms that are coming in. But these High Templars have a lot of energy, so they're going to be able to drop at least 2 or 3 storms each once the storm gets finished up. We do see the counterattack from PiG coming on the backhand side of the third base of Guitarcheese. Goes after the cannon. His whole army moves out of position, though. Is going to be enough? Couple Archons are here as well. And,
yeah, this is pretty much a soft contain out of PiG, where, he's positioned to the point where Guitarcheese can't really move out, and he's going to have to move back because of these Liberator Circles, and really does not want to lose that Archon. He's got to keep that Archon out of the Liberator Circles, and it's going to go down almost instantaneously. Storm is going to land on that bio and tear it up. But,
good storm coming out of Guitarcheese. Pushes on forward on top of the Widowmines. Tanks get taken down from those Adept Shade all the way down, but 14 workers have gone down. As we see that PiG did a drop at that third base. And so even though he lost the majority of his army, he's going on to 4 bases while taking out 14 probe workers. So if we look at the probe count, 22 workers have gone down in favor of PiG. Another pylon overcharge. Takes down the medevac. But these Marines are going to get cleaned up. No more probes. Good job from Guitarcheese holding on to that.
Yeah.
So now he's kind of going for that counterattack, but is it going to be enough, though? There's only Liberators to deal with this. Blink Stalker is going to be able to blink right underneath it. No big deal.
Yeah.
And they're actually going to go up.
I mean, I think PiG has enough to hold this. He is going to go ahead and snipe one of those Liberators, but, I mean, Guitarcheese took an astonishing engagement there at his natural. And it looks like he's just basically deciding on where he wants to go. Concussive shells are going to slow down and maybe get a couple of these. Wow, really, really aggressive with those Liberators. Going to force Guitarcheese all the way back home with this. That is a very Marauder-heavy army. He's going to get all of these Immortals, I think. At least
he's going to
3.
snipe the Immortals with the concussive shots, like you're saying. Stalkers selfishly blink away, scans goes off, snipes that Observer. Great play there from Pig, man, with those Liberators. Basically what he did, he put those Liberators in Liberation mode and Freedom mode, and forced the army to back away, and that caused the Stalkers to blink past the Immortals and causing the Immortals to be exposed.
Oh, that
Huge storm going off. Liberator facing the wrong way. Stalkers blink underneath them, getting rid of the...
That's a lot of Marauders, though, dude. They chew right through Stalkers, and concussive shells are just so good. One Immortal is going to come out, but the rally from Pig is... There's the GG out of Guitarcheese. Well played, Pig. Gonna tie the series up 2-2. And before we get into the next game, Dreves, thank you very much for the 500 bits. Very much appreciated. Monstrosity SC2, thank you very much for the follow. Glad to have you, and thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Obviously, some great StarCraft going on. 2-2 out of Pig and Guitarcheese, and the Terran is strong with Pig. Well played.
Yeah, that absolutely amazing play there from Pig, and I think so far that was his probably best game that I've seen so far in this of all the games we've seen tonight. That was his best one in terms of just control and how he was handling the game. So I'm wondering if he's getting into his groove or if it just got because it was a great map. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with Pig, but now it's 2-2, and originally he lost 5-0 last time we played, so it's super exciting to see.
Somebody's been practicing. 100%. Very, very, very good games. Blood Boil. This map's interesting just because the Pocket Natural has 1 last gas and 2 extra mineral units. So it's a little more supportive of mineral-heavy army. Kind of bothers me as Zerg, though, because I like to go 6 gases, and then I gotta take an extra base to get my 6th gas and all,
Yep. This map is funky in terms of like the positioning of the bases.
Mm-hmm.
You have to destroy rocks. You have to destroy a second set of rocks, and then you have a backdoor. It's all sorts of funky. But I do love the red tint to it.
Yeah,
it kind of adds a special kind of, I don't know how to describe, just special kind of special.
All right, yeah. So anyway, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blood Boil LE, representing Psionic Aftermath, now tied in the series. It's our blue Terran player. It's Guitarcheese.
And spawning in the top left position from Exile Gaming, it is the guy that's making the comeback from a 2-0 to a 2-2. It is Pig.
All right, so I'm gonna fanboy for a minute.
Sure.
This is my favorite matchup of all time. Like, so many people hate it, and I don't know a lot about this matchup. I just know that it's super, super exciting to watch TVT. I love TVT. I don't know why, but I love it. It's great. Marines and tanks and Ravens. I love it. I can't wait. I'm excited. Oh, I wish we could fast forward 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's with Terran, it's kind of what it is. Both players going for gas. Actually, Guitarcheese going for double gas. But at the same time, Pig does as well. So it's going to be a super gas heavy. Either that means it's double Reaper or... I don't know. I don't play Terran. I don't know Terran. My Terran level is around silver.
Gas heavy? What about Cyclones?
Cyclones, sure.
Yep. It could be Cyclones. I really don't know what they're gonna do. Like, there's so much you can do as Terran. It's awesome. Anyway, thank you for the follow, guys. Only one Shawshank. And I forget what the second name was. Jedi Zelot, help me out. It was Dr. something. Anyway, thank you for the... Skippy, that's it. Thank you guys for the follow. I didn't read that quite fast enough, but really great to have you guys, and again, we appreciate it 100%. Alright, so Reaper's on the way for both players. Trying to get that scout off to see that they're both doing the exact same thing.
A factor coming down from Pig, and then a factor coming down from Guitarcheese. So it might be jumping into those double Cyclones. I'm interested to see what second base these guys choose, because like I was mentioning before, this matchup, you could be aggressive going for that second base to your left or to your right, depending on where you spawn, or you go to the back base, which kind of has like a natural wall and a natural defense. Mm-hmm. But since you're playing against TVT, it kind of doesn't really matter because Reaper's going to get in the base. As we see Cyclone coming out for Pig, Cyclone coming out for Guitarcheese.
Called it. I love Cyclones, man. And another fun fact about that double gas natural is, I mean, having that extra gas allows you to obviously, push out faster upgrades. Push out faster upgrades, higher tech, and basically overall a more powerful army. But you're a lot less safe because it's a lot easier to harass that regular natural, which, makes a big difference, especially in mirror matchups, So the players have to decide whether they want to risk it for the biscuit or not. Thanks, Kingslayer, for that one-liner. But
yeah, and we do see the difference between builds. More Cyclones coming out from Pig. However, here we go. The most annoyingest unit ever created thus far. Here comes a Raven coming out of Guitarcheese.
I concur, man. Like mass Raven gameplay, how do you win? You never win. And you've been heard, Doggyville. I will totally update those game sounds after this game and get them turned up just a little bit for you.
3 Reapers coming in from the south side, going to go after that command center, going to get the cancel off it, and it's going to force this army to move out, and at the same time, Pig might decide to move forward, and that's exactly what he does. He's going to move forward, going to go after the supply depots.
Yeah, which is a good choice. Any type of damage you can get early game in a mirror matchup, like such as delaying this natural for the short amount of time that he's going to be able to, or if he's able to get a supply depot or two, which it looks like he's going to be able to get both.
He's going to get a supply depot, and he's going to supply cap him.
Yeah.
It's going to force Guitarcheese to build 2 supply depots at the same time. There he goes, finally going after it. A tank is here, though. He's going to go to get great range.
And the long delay on the natural to boot. I mean, this is definitely good for Pig. The early aggression has paid off. He is going to drop those Cyclones in the back and try to pick off another supply depot, which he's going to cancel the 2 building.
Oh, so perfect. SUVs get pulled to deal with this, and the Reaper comes in and going to get the cancel off that second base. There's really nothing here for Guitarcheese. He's got the 1 Cyclone and the tank to deal with it. 1 Cyclone survives from Guitarcheese. A great play from both players. And I know that there was a drop, the Raven being super known, getting 4 kills over the back, but and the Reapers from Pig get cleaned up now. So Pig's not really building anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he was more trying to micro and all that stuff. Here go a couple more barracks. Another turret is gonna go down. Let's see how quickly he pulls.
So annoying. the stupidest
that auto turret. 7 kill Raven. That Liberator's gonna get stopped immediately.
I didn't even realize a Liberator came in from Pig and he's got 5 kills so far.
Man.
Oh, he's a Liberator. He's gonna get these Marines.
12 workers have gone down, dude. Wow, man. See, this is why I love TVT. It's going on everywhere.
Oh, how annoying he is. He's at the mineral line here. And the Liberators actually was able to get the 2 Marines. 2 more from Guitarcheese coming back. He's going to finally get a snipe off it. Reaper's going to try to get into the base. Cyclone locks on, gets 1. Is he going to snipe that second one? Is he going to get it?
Almost. He's very close.
Oh, 1 more hit.
Wow, man. If he got that again, I would punch my computer. My fist would go through my screen. I'd be like, I'm done. It's over. I've tried to build it 10 times and you've stopped me. I'm not meant to have it.
But the most annoying thing in the world, this Raven is actually doing some good counter damage.
Absolutely.
He's going to have enough for another turret. And a Viking. Here comes a Viking finally coming out to deal with that Raven.
Yeah, it's going to go ahead and send it on home.
Damage has been done so far. Command center finally up. Mules get dropped. And the command center hasn't had the orbital command yet, so I mean, there's only enough for 1 mule.
Yeah, and that's going to be the difference maker here. This Raven looks like it probably is going to get chased down and killed. Oh nope, he pulled the Viking back.
But 10 workers have gone down because of that Raven. I mean, just Ravens are so stupid.
Yeah, definitely a good trace. Thank you, sir, for the 15 bits. Very, very much appreciated. We love to have any kind of donation we can get. All of our donations do go towards putting stuff out for the community, so they're all greatly appreciated, big or small. Thank you very, very much, and welcome, sir. Anyway, Pig has been mining from that second base for a lot longer than Guitarcheese. He also has his gas and a third on the way. Guitarcheese does not. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and try to find some kind of damage out across the map. Stim on the way for both players, and +1 attack on the way for PiG.
Interesting enough, so Guitarcheese does move out, but the Marine for PiG was at the Zelnaga Tower, sees the tank and the Cyclone, and actually puts himself in a great position and pushes this army all the way back. And Guitarcheese is now finding himself in a very comparable position, getting another Raven out, which is going to be super annoying to deal with. Viking gets sniped, and Marines kind of overextend there for PiG. Scan goes off, sees the tank, sees the positioning.
Yeah, there is a tank advantage. Those Ravens do help out quite a bit. It looks like you're going to head across the map and try to get some kind of aggression in, but the tank advantage right there in the middle of the map is on PiG's side. So that would, immediately tell you that PiG should be the one to win an engagement. Did that Marine just get a Raven?
Yep, so the Raven that was damaged from the Viking earlier floated right over that Zelnaga Tower. And here's another turret to come down, just doing stupid amounts of damage. And it looks like he's just going to have enough for that one turret. But the Viking was sniped, that we should mention, in that earlier engagement.
Yeah, good positioning out of Guitarcheese there in the middle of the map. He's going to be able to see pretty much anything PiG decides he wants to throw at him. He does have those Marines in position to deal with that Raven. We'll have to see if he gets it. And just about very, very close, man. He's got to stop losing those Ravens. Those are not exactly cheap, so everyone that goes down is helpful. 5 workers go down for Guitarcheese. That secret drop slid right on in. 10, 11, 12. Wow. Very good drop for PiG. PiG putting on the aggression. Very, very well played. He did send that Viking up to snipe that Raven too, by the way.
It sent a new one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because I know he lost the first Viking, made a second one, sniped that Raven. There we go. Doesn't have to worry about the Ravens anymore. And Guitarcheese is just in a very comparable position. Like you said before, he got the 14 workers, or he's lost so many workers. If you do the work counts, 27 workers have gone down in favor of PiGs thus far. I mean, holy crap! That's game-ending damage.
It's a lot. And PiG with the 14 worker advantage, the much earlier third, and looks like he's gonna go ahead and push out across the map. Got a drop hanging out on the right, and his main army in the middle. 4 tanks gonna go ahead and siege up on the high ground, and
another huge drop in the main base of Guitarcheese. PiG doing so much damage to the SCVs. 5 workers have gone down, cleared out that mining base, and now the army of Guitarcheese is forced to come all the way back, given that the high ground position in favor of PiG. Yep. Now PiG is going to just push on forward. Is he going to try to leapfrog on top of this? Or is he going to... What's he going to do? He's going to try to leapfrog. He's going to put the siege tanks up. He's going to start sniping that production, sniping those engineering bays, and stopping all the upgrades. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he's sieging up.
I mean, Guitarcheese will be able to hold any kind of drops. He gets rid of the last little bit of the Marines, but he's not going to be able to get in position to stop the medevac or the Viking from getting that high ground vision. Supply depots are getting focused down there.
Yep, and that's a doom drop. That is definitely a doom drop. We'll have to see if he gets scouted, and it looks like it is going to get scouted. He's going to fly right over that Zelnaga watchtower, which PiG has been performing his due diligence, retaking that every single time. And he might actually snipe those medevacs.
Oh, he gets one medevac, but a lot of Marines are being dropped out of this. Tank is here to support this, but PiG is losing his army. When he's doing this, he's losing a lot of his support army. Tank is there in the back. GG gets called. Guitarcheese is losing more minerals or more SUVs as we were watching that engagement. Yeah. And PiG is up.
3-2, man. The multitasking on PiG, I mean, he did a daily some time back about like how to get back into a series or a game that you're currently down, and he was, and like he says, be annoying as possible, tax their APM, make them make mistakes, drop here, drop there, drop that, do what you have to do to keep them off your side of the map, keep them at home, do as much damage as you can, and he just executed what he said in that daily and proved it worked, everyone, for the people who have seen it. So, yeah, well played out of PiG. That was really good. He's up 3-2. We got a match, boys.
Yeah. Bless you.
Right.
My wife is next to me. She's reading. She just sneezed.
I barely faintly heard it in the background. Gesundheit.
Yeah, they say Gesundheit.
Yeah, I think my fiance's out in the living room. I told her I was casting this, so I'm in my little man cave right now, so I don't think she's going to try to push her way in here.
Yeah, I had one, but then I got married.
I'm getting married in 18 days. So.
Oh, dude. Very nice. How long have you guys been engaged?
We've been engaged for 17 months, been together for 4 years.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, my wife will ask you 1,000 questions.
She can ask me whatever she wants. I'm an open book.
So the guy I'm casting with, Clarity's been engaged for 17 months. Me and my wife started dating, got engaged, and married all within under a year.
I tried. Like, I planned on asking her to marry me, but she has 5 brothers, and I wanted to get permission from all 5. And all 5 of her brothers are state troopers, so I, like, spent the first 2 years scared. And then I finally asked, and I wanted to get married right away, within a couple months of being engaged. But she wanted to have a long engagement, have time to plan and all that. But
sure.
You know what they say, happy wife, happy life. So
no, for sure. And we're super off topic of the games, even though we're jumping right into them. Well, we'll talk next break.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll readdress that.
Right.
All right, guys. Let's go. Just get right into it. You do the player introductions. I believe this is the right map.
Yeah. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Odyssey LE. It's our blue Terran player looking for redemption on that game. It's Guitarcheese, currently down 3-2.
And spawning in the top left. Finally, we're seeing the Swarm come into play from Exile Gaming. It is the shaved head up 3 of this best of 9. It is PiG.
Finally, a Zerg. 100%. I completely agree with you.
We saw Zerg earlier. We saw Guitarcheese just destroy PiG when it was ZVT. But now it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Now it's ZVT in favor of PiG. But, the Guitarcheese is Guitarcheese's Terran is just so top-notch. I won't be surprised if this is going to be a great matchup. And we might actually see what PiG tried to do to Guitarcheese in terms of the Terran build with the Hellions. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Guitarcheese do it to PiG and be successful with it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. The advantage Guitarcheese had in game number 1 was he was playing his main race against something that's not a main race of PiG, which was Terran, and now PiG is playing his main race against a Terran. So we'll have to see what happens, but either way, it's right now it's advantage PiG just because it's the race he's played for years. And really honed his skill on against an off race of Guitarcheese. But Guitarcheese's off races are within 400 MMR of his main race. So he's definitely no slouch whatsoever.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. And like I said before, I love seeing these random GM players just because for me, I'm Diamond 3 Zerg, but I'm Silver 3 Terran.
I hate
so it's crazy to see these GM people that do all 3 races, very quickly like that.
Yep, I finally hit gold with Toss a couple weeks ago, and I was nice. super excited, just because I could get gold on a second race.
I with my Protoss, I actually ended up in Diamond 2, which is higher ranked than my Zerg, ironically, with Protoss. But I do the same cheesy build each time that I don't think people expect because it's just a dumb build. It's where I one base wall up and then I hide a proxy robotics facility and I just pump out Immortals and Warp and Stalkers.
I proxy 3-gate.
Yeah, it's basically proxy 3-gate with Immortal push, and their army gets they go to attack, and so their armies and they're bad. I don't know how I just end up walking up the ramp and destroying them. Not too sure. Yeah,
an aggressive Protoss, if left alone and not harassed, can be very, very, very dangerous very early. Thank you for the follow, Elite Culture Snob. We're glad to have you, even though you're a snob. I'm just kidding, you're not a snob. You're following Psionic Aftermath, and we appreciate it. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us, watching StarCraft tonight. And, we were sitting there talking about how we're gold with this race and silver with this race. That is just a testament to how good these players are. These guys are Grandmaster with all 3 races, and all 3 races are very, very different from each other. So the fact that they can even do that is amazing in and of itself. Meanwhile, here comes a run by.
Yeah, Pig's thrown into 6 lings. He's actually, before the Hellions got in, he was actually just going to snipe a few SUVs. Gets 1. He's going to go after the mules. Gets 2. Almost gets that 3rd mule. Gets 2 SUVs for the 6 lings. Not a problem. Good run by. But now he sees that there's going to be a lot of Hellions. And a starport's behind us. No armory just yet.
I would look for that
Guitarcheese.
I would
So
look for that armory to go down
come out
soon.
right in front of that Overlord as well. So Pig is going to put himself in great positioning. Has a lot of queens out, a lot of lings. Should be able to hold this unless those Hellions get run up the base and run right into the natural, which looks like it might happen.
Well, the bases are connected with creeps, so the queens are going to be able to run back and help defend pretty quickly. So that was a good move by Pig. You know, well played, paying attention to that mechanic and getting his bases connected as quickly as possible. 4 more Hellions on the way, so this is going to be a really, really, really big Hellbat push if an armory goes down. But either way, if an armory goes down and those turn into Hellbats, it's going to be a lot, and it's going to be very hard to hold no matter how many queens you have. But for right now against Hellions, these queens are going to be able to do the job.
And annoying Ling gets through, gets an SCV, stops it from building that supply depot. But there's a huge supply depot wall here for Guitarcheese, which is it's not bad doing that. The problem is if you get it destroyed, you supply cap yourself just put having the defense up. So personally, I would have put maybe an engineering bay or a barracks or something a little bit more beefier.
Even a bunker, anything to take a couple supply depots out of that wall. Anything.
Correct. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion of it. But at the same time, I'm not GM.
Right.
Guitarcheese is
100%.
So maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Armory is about to finish, and that's a lot of Hellions. Armory is finishing like right now, and he's gonna morph these up right on creep. Banelings are morphing in, but yeah. Good luck. That's a lot of queens, though. That's quite a bit of queens, and there's a little bit of transfuse. Not too much transfuse, but man, that's a lot of Hellbats. And he's good Baneling hits. Going to take out a couple of them, but there's still a lot of Hellbats left. Is this all in? Is this all in?
Yeah, it almost looks like an all in, but Pig is going to be able to hold this. He has only lost 1 queen, losing the Banes, which is not a problem.
Yeah.
And good job there from Pig, or from Guitarcheese, trying to push in with those Hellbats. But Pig was just had his Baneling nest to finish in perfect time, and now he's going to switch over to Roaches, which is exactly what you want to do when it's going to be this Hellbat push. But more Hellbats being morphed in right now, and he's going to move across the map, going to jump into the medevacs and maybe drop in the main base.
Yeah, super great hold.
Pig sees it.
Super great hold, and that Overlord positioning is really, really, really going to help Pig out. And it looks like he's going to head towards the main area, I would think, with that drop. But, I mean, Roaches are going to be coming out very shortly. It's about another 20 seconds or so on that Roach Warren. And they'll be out. A couple Liberators on the way for Guitarcheese, and a 13 worker advantage for Pig currently. So, it looks like Guitarcheese is going to try to even that up. That very good positioning out of that Spore Crawler. Going to lose a queen at least.
Going to lose a queen. The drones get pulled. Perfect job on that. Pig had a lot of Overlords and creep spread on that right-hand side to be able to see it. A good, huge run by with Guitarcheese, getting 10 worker kills so far. Drones lining up for the McQueens and everything can to deal the damage. 15 workers have gone down.
That's what you call a barbecue, my friend.
Yeah. And still more. These Hellions doing such a good job. And they're going to turn themselves into Hellbats and going to get more on it. And Pig just not reacting as best he could. Liberator's going to come in, going to go after that gold base since it's completely undefended right now. And more Hellions coming out for Guitarcheese.
That's how you even up a worker count there, boss. 16 drones. Wow. And he's already back up to 65. Zerg is broken. It's official. They're overpowered.
Okay, Velo.
Right?
It's always fun seeing them play in tournaments, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like... It's interesting seeing him play in a tournament because it's like... It's kind of like redemption. Because in ladder you get cheese, it's going to happen. But in a best of 3, best of 5,
you really find out who the better player is. I mean, that's
and so when you still lose in a best of 5, you can't blame ladder cheese mechanics. Like
right.
When you play in ladder, you're more likely going to get cheese than in a best of 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Look at this
Railgan.
link.
Thank you for the host, dude. We just got a 93 viewer host out of Railgan. Very, very
Heck
much
yes.
appreciated. And also, thank you for the follow, SC2 Kia. Is that how you say it? And Paladin21, thank you again for the host as well for 4 more viewers. So we just got 100 more watching
Heck yes,
us.
that's what's up.
I don't know what the original viewer count was. I try not to look at it because I'll get nervous. But we definitely just got 100 thrown right at us.
So fun story, and I'm not going to name the organization that did this just because I don't want to put say that organization in a bad way. But I remember for a tournament back in California about 2.5 years ago, we got hosted for almost plus 4,000.
Oh wow!
And it was awesome. And then the tournament organizer person came into the chat and just started destroying me casting and making fun of me, and it was absolutely terrible. And I was trying really hard not to comment.
Right.
He just gave us 4,000 viewers.
Right.
So I was like, thanks for the criticism. While he's being a dick.
I want to headbutt you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But you're gonna drop 2 drones going down. Just 2 Hellbats. Not gonna be able to get too much done. A really good drone pool there. Roach gonna come out. Almost lost that queen actually, but denying quite a bit of mining time. Hydra's on the way as well. Is there gonna be a lurker den? Man, this is a super scary mech push out of Guitarcheese.
Yeah, there's a lot of Liberators with this, but there's also the Thors, which we have to pay attention to. And the creep spread is great. And so these Roaches are going to be able to help out. Queens are here. They need to go after the Liberators. 1 Liberator about to go down. 2nd one about to go down as well. But the tanks are here to support this army. And
Super strong
PiG is
push.
kind of putting himself in an interesting position. He's got a lot of bases. I mean, if you look at it, he's got 6 bases up in 5 seconds. I mean, he's going to be able to control this. If he's able to stop this major push coming here from Guitarcheese, he's going to be in a very, very great position here. Upgrades are virtually the same, but all
And there are
those
those
Liberators.
liberation zones.
Hydra
Man.
has taken out 2 more Liberators.
Yeah, these queens gonna, anything that goes in that liberation zone is just gonna absolutely 100% melt. The Hydras, I believe, were a good choice just because of straight DPS. It looks like he's gonna go around the army and try to hit Guitarcheese at home. That army is very slow, so it's gonna take a very long time for him to get back across the map. 5 Vipers on the way as well.
Oh, here we go. And that gold base from PiG is going to get sieged up. Medevac putting himself in a great position. So now the counterattack for that 3rd base of Guitarcheese. Roaches, Hydras are there. It's going to force this army back. I mean, there's really nothing at home for Guitarcheese. So he's going to have to force this entire mech army back, which is just going to buy PiG so much extra time. So many SUVs are going down. And this is going to be game-ending damage here because he's destroying this 3rd base. He doesn't have that much minerals at home. If he loses this command center, it's going to be very hard for Guitarcheese to deal with this. I think he's just going to focus it down. There he goes. Hydralisk token after the command center.
He's going to save it.
200 HP left. Is he going to be able to repair it, though? Oh, he gets the repair on it.
Yeah.
But there's no... Let's see.
Guitarcheese has to go right now. He's at 40. He's a 41 worker mech. The Vipers are out. +3 is on the way. And that's a lot of Roaches and Hydras. And these tanks are unsieged.
Tanks are unsieged, like you're saying. Roaches come in. Hydras going after the... I was just doing a quick mineral count. There's only about 900 minerals left between the main natural of Guitarcheese, so for him to almost lose that 3rd base would have spelled disasters. But he was able to save on and get the repair going, and now it's definitely the pressure's on for PiG. This Hellbats push on forward though, and they put themselves into that green. I totally forgot the name of it. Tanks cannot siege up.
Blinding Cloud, yeah.
Blinding Cloud, there we go. Tanks cannot siege up. GG! The orders get pulled in on top of the Hydralisk and PiG.
Well, very well played out of PiG. Wow.
There we go. Woot woot.
I've never seen a mech army melt that fast. Oh my goodness. Now I know how to beat mech. And I have the replay because I'm in the game. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Awesome play there from PiG, man. I love seeing him. And let's see what we're gonna. And it's gonna be a Proxima, I believe. Wait, was it Proxima? Sorry, they told me the blood. That was Odysseus Proxima. There we go.
So PiG's on match point, man.
Yes.
Guitarcheese
Can you
only has
imagine
2.
the upset if we go to another best of 9? First one was Guitarcheese of a 5-0. PiG comes back and does a 5-2. Can you imagine?
I can't wait for time number 3. I mean, there has to be a tiebreaker. You can't go 1-1 in best of 9s. Like you
Yeah, we
said,
jokingly
Nate Diaz,
said
Conor
it was-
McGregor.
Yeah, like we jokingly said, Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, where one fight was definitely one-sided, of course, to Nate Diaz, and the second one was more evenly matched up when both players were ready. And there we go. So either way, we're jumping into it. Guitarcheese thought it was over. I mean, unless he wants to forfeit, but that would be kind of lame.
Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't want to forfeit. Trust me. He said, oh, wait, it's not over, LOL. Best of 9's pretty rare. Alright, so Proxima Station. I actually like this map now. I used to hate it, but I like it now.
I like it when I'm not playing against Protoss.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't bother me either way. But, like, from last season, as long as Palameem's gone, I really don't care. So,
Right.
alright, Proxima Station, random versus random. Man, I hope we get some good races. I hope we get a ZVZ tonight. That would be great.
Oh, that would be annoying, because it's just going to be a 14 pool who could make Speedling, Banelings faster.
I love ZVZ, man. It's so much fun. I love Banelings. It's my favorite.
You also
unit.
like TVT.
Yeah, alright, cool. I like the cancer matchups. Anyway, spawning in the top right-hand corner, Proxima Station. Getting his main race, our Blue Zerg player representing Psionic Aftermath, currently down 2. It's Guitarcheese.
And spawning in the bottom left position, the red Terran from Exile Gaming up 4-2 in a best of 9. He is currently on match point in this Redemption show match. It is PiG.
Yeah, man, this is gonna be fun. This is a rematch of game number 1.
Right, where Guitarcheese just destroyed PiG.
Yeah, let's see what happens this time. It's a little bit easier map to play TVZ on, I think. Sequencer is kind of hard for the Zerg. Actually, you know what? Never mind. What I was saying is completely backwards. I think Sequencer is kind of hard to play for Zerg because of all the chokes and whatnot, but Guitarcheese won game number 1, and he was the Zerg, so I was gonna say it was better to play thinking PiG was the Zerg, but it wasn't the case. Either way, everything looking pretty super standard so far. Guitarcheese is going to take the more aggressive of the third, probably just to make it easier to take that pocket natural in the back. A lot of players do that, so.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're playing against a Terran, which, of course, is going to send out the Reaper. And you could easily wall off using the Extractor over here, plus the Vent, to make an easy wall off as a Zerg player. Like, at basically any race, you could wall off at your natural, and it helps you take that third base a lot easier. Terran decides to go the other way around because it's a lot easier for them to wall off on the ramp and to help with any kind of Bane, Ling, run by.
Yeah, also, real quick, thanks for the follow, Zayadello. It's appreciated. Thanks for hanging out. And Reaper's finishing up. Can the Reaper get in the back where the rocks? Is there a ledge for him to jump up? I don't really
There is
remember.
not. They switched it.
Yeah, okay.
And they added debris that's non-targetable. So which is why, as a Zerg player, when you're playing against Terran,
You
taking
take that
this more
advanced
forward
base,
base
yep.
is kind of better. Because a couple queens can stop the Reaper from getting in.
Yep, 100% agree with you. That's what I couldn't remember. But yeah, that does make sense. It makes a lot more sense to take that forward base as well.
And we do see that PiG is going to go for the barracks with the reactor, going to swap that out with that factory. We might see some Hellions, and he might just do what Guitarcheese just did, do mass Hellions. But we will see, or might just do Cyclones instead.
I mean, yeah, it really could be anything. This game is, when you're ahead 2 games in a best of 9, doing anything you want is just fine, and there's the Hellions. So yeah, good call, Draven, 100%. Reaper up there still trying to be a little bit annoying. It is going to go ahead and turn around and come back home now that those queens are out to shoo it away. Metabolic Boost is going to finish up for Guitarcheese here very, very shortly, along with PiG's Starport. And right now that Overlord has free reign until that Marine finds him, which it...
Oh, Marine from PiG goes the wrong way. And this Guitarcheese Overlord is the hero Overlord.
Right.
Sees the starport, sees the factory with Hellions coming
and gets away.
And gets away. But Speedlings are here, 2 queens are here. But that's just it at the moment. I I don't know if Guitarcheese realizes that there's 2 more Hellions going to come out. So there's going to be 4 Hellions plus the Reaper. These 2 Queens may not be enough. We'll see though. I mean,
they won't
really
be enough
the
if there's not enough Zergling support. That is true.
Correct. Yep. And they don't have transfuse, so if they get too far away, they're not going to be able to transfuse each other. Lings popping out here for Guitarcheese. There we go. 12 Lings popping out. So this should be enough. More Hellions are joining the fight now.
Yeah.
And here's the armory in the back, so Pig looks like it might just be
Hellbats
dancing
are coming.
around.
Oh man, this is going to be hard to hold. There's no Baneling Nest. There's only a couple of Queens, and man, that's a lot of Hellions. And was that my follow alert that just went off? Oh my goodness, my follow alert just went off. So thanks for whoever followed my stream.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. I don't know why that went off. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, the mod for the actual channel was linking your Twitch, my Twitch, Guitarcheese's Twitch. Holy! All right, so
Wow.
here comes the Hellbats with Pig. Only 1 Matavac for this, but there's 5 Queens
And quite a few
decent number of
Zerglings. Yep.
I don't think it's going to be enough. None of these Queens can transfuse each other. Lings
But
get
no,
a
surround though.
Huge
But that's a lot of splash damage. The only 4 Hellbats left and a Reaper, so he's gonna go ahead and push this back. That Liberator's gonna come in. I don't think there's any Spore Crawlers up, so he's gonna deny mining for quite some time. If he brings those Queens back to fight that Liberator, then the Hellbats are going to be able to walk right in the front door, and it looks like here goes Pig again with his Terran just being as annoying as possible, which is, what Terran does best. So if you got it, you might as well use it.
Right. Liberator's going in the back here from Pig and go after those drones. Queen was pulled. 1 Queen was pulled to deal with this, but he's not pulling the drones just yet. So he's about to lose a couple drones here.
Oh, saves all the drones and a good positioning on that Queen. And the Hellbats didn't come up and push into the natural, so that's kind of a lost opportunity for Pig while those Queens were out of position for Guitarcheese. But either way, well played with the harassment, and that's quite a bit of Hellbats outside of Pig's base. But that Liberator's going to continue to be annoying. And here's a second Liberator on the other side. Going to get some drones this time. And those Queens are in the Liberation Zone, so 1 or 2 of them is going to go down. And now the Hellbats are coming in.
Pushing forward. Lings are completely out of position. Where are the Lings?
Did they melt?
I think he melted them. I don't see any more Lings.
He had
and
to.
the third base for Guitarcheese is completely under attack now. More drones being taken down. 5 Queens to deal with this. And I don't know if Guitarcheese is going to be able to deal with it. Liberator is stopping the natural from Guitarcheese from mining. So Guitarcheese is only mining from 1 base. He's got 34 drones at it. Liberator's focusing down that. And there's no more Queens to deal with this. I don't think Guitarcheese is going to be able to hold this.
I think it's done.
Look at all the Liberators there. Hellbats are going to try to come into the main
He's got a
base.
lot of workers,
Drones
but I mean, he doesn't have units to defend, and the Cyclones are here now. I mean, that's a lot of Terran, and with that splash damage and the Liberator, I mean, this
Liberator's gotten 12 kills so far. GG gets close.
GG, well played.
Loses.
5-2. Wow, well played by Pig, 100%.
That rematch.
Wow. Hey, Z-Lot and Insane Guy, get on the phone. Get on the phone right now. Set it up. Set it up. I'll pay for it. I don't care. I just want to see the games. 100%. Very, very, very well played by both players. 100%. But Pig taking it 5-2. Man, both of these have ended early, so the next one's got to end 5-4, right? No matter who wins, it's got to be 5-4. 100%. Well played, and thank you both players.
That was absolutely amazing, and like we were saying before, this was a rematch between Pig and Guitarcheese. First time Guitarcheese played, this was 5-0 in favor of Guitarcheese. Second rematch, Pig comes back in redemption, 5-2. Guitarcheese. So now the next time we set this up, will be the hype match of the century. Like we were saying, we were doing compared it to Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor.
Right. Either way, and both players are bantering back and forth. Pig says he pulled out the dirty cheeses this time. Next week will be epic. So I guess they both understand.
I don't think he dirty cheese at all.
No, I don't think he really cheese. Maybe that Terran game a little bit, the one TVT, but I mean that one really didn't work out as much for him. So, but either way, the games were just so good. Every single game was good. The next one's got to be 5-4, 100%. Anyway, I'm not sure how many total followers we have right now. I don't have the diagnostics up, but for all of you guys that are here, we really appreciate you guys coming to hang out. All the follows and everything that we got. Thank you very much. Thank again to my main caster, not pictured on stream, Draven. Last minute, thank you for coming in. It's very much appreciated.
I'm glad I was able to get the notification. And not a problem, I was going to head to the gym after this. Gotta look good for the wife, and
right.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, again, and it was great times.
Yep, absolutely. And to those of you that enjoyed the casting, make sure you head out to twitch.tv/DrawTV and follow Draven. He does this all the time. He's a member of Storms, hanging out with those guys a lot, and he's all the time putting out great content. So just make sure you go over, drop a follow for him. I'm Clarity. You can find me at ClaritySC2_ or wherever Psionic Aftermath is. We're all super active. Last minute follow out of Fourth Job Hokage. Thank you very much, and stay classy, guys. Draven, you got anything else?
No, man. Thanks to guys again, and we'll see you next time for the rematch of the century.
Yeah, right. It's we got to break the tie, man. Thank you very much again, and we appreciate the opportunity. We appreciate the donations, and we definitely appreciate the follows. Have a good night, guys. We're out.